Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter World Iceborne livestream. We're on the PlayStation 4 today to play with our friends on PlayStation 4, and the goal of the livestream is to work with really limited armor and decorations to see what kind of quality builds we can put together. We do this because a lot of players, they don't have as much time as I do to play the game and to unlock all the equipment. Some of you guys are just playing on the weekends, or maybe you're playing on your off hours, and so you get to a point where you're ready to fight Furious Rajang because they've become unlocked, but you don't actually have end game equipment. So what would you use in that situation, and what kind of builds can we put together that don't use essentially very rare decorations in those builds, like the guard up decoration, for example? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this is my PlayStation account, which is not as wealthy as my Xbox account. It's kind of weird. I've used a save wizard on it, so I have a lot of some decorations, but the save wizard doesn't give you things that you're already missing. And I think this was like a strong defense build I'd put together. Yeah, so last time we were on here, we were using this as a defensive setup. Excuse me. But now we're going to take a look at really low quality armor, and let's find out what level we can craft the armor at. Let's see. So I'm going to run over here and try to post Furious Rajang. Alright. So Furious Rajang is master rank 24. That's really low. That's basically after the story. Okay, so both of these monsters can be fought after the story. Very interesting. Both monsters can be fought after the story. So you're really not working with gold Raytheon armor. Let's see. We should pick a weapon category as well. We should pick a weapon category. I've got an idea. I'm going to jump over to the Seiken website real fast. Seiken. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize speedruns by weapon for... Here, let's go by monster. I'm going to organize speedruns, not by weapon, but by monster, and then I'm going to see which one is actually going the fastest against him, just out of curiosity. Love this website, by the way. Okay, here it is, the quests. And the fastest run overall goes to... actually, you'd be surprised, it goes to a Gunlance. So the fastest run against Furious Rajang to date, so far, is going to be with a Gunlance. Very interesting. So maybe our build should be a Gunlance build. And which Gunlance is he using? Is he using the new one? He is using the new Gunlance, which wouldn't be available. But I tell you what, we can put a Gunlance build together anyways. How's it going, Beam? He says, hello, I finally made it to a PlayStation 4 stream. Nice. So we could put together a budget build using a Gunlance. Let's go ahead and take a look at our options. Are you using the weapons you use, or do you build for all the weapons? I build for all the weapons. My least used weapons are going to be dual blades, switch axe, dual blade, switch axe, bow, although we played bow the other day. Switch axe, dual blades, bow, I'm missing one. I mean, I don't play a lot of sword and shield, even though I practiced with it recently. I feel like I'm missing one on that list. Let's go to Forge Equipment, Weapons, Gunlance. Alright, so for players who might be unfamiliar with Gunlance, the reason the Gunlance is doing so well is because it ignores hit zones, and Furious Rajang doesn't really have that good of hit zones. That's what I'm guessing is going on. So what we're looking for is a long shelling level 6 Gunlance. Here's a Blackwing Gunlance. You definitely got to have it at level 6. That's what's most important. The melee isn't really quite as important. Like, look, we could do Viper Kadashi here. That's a long shelling 6 Gunlance. I think that the agreement was that the Velkhana one was best. This one right here. No, I'm not Velkhana. I'm sorry. I'm saying that wrong. Valhazak. Valhazak, who has a very similar sounding name. So the Valhazak one, I believe, is preferred because of the 2 medium decoration slots you're getting. And that's it. Because you're going to be doing pure shelling. And the shelling isn't really affected by sharpness, so it doesn't really matter. Equip this. Let's go ahead and start upgrading it. Here we go. Alex says, apparently the Raging Brachy armor and Gunlance are godlike upgrades, so that's probably why it's got the top speedrun slot. Yeah, it offers a new level of shelling, wide shelling 7, and apparently it's really good. But these are going to be for builds who these are going to be builds for people who have not reached a point where they've really defeated Furious Raging a number of times. These are budget builds, so we're going to be using poo-poo weapons and poo-poo armor. Nil says, don't you have the Safi with the Long Awakening? I do, but this is a budget counter builds video. So we are helping people out who really don't have end game content. So we are capable of building Val Hazak at the end of the story in the game because he's one of the story monsters, right? So we pick up the Long Shelling 6, and then we need to pick up an armor set that makes sense for this as well. Let's see. Well, I'm thinking that Uragon armor for guard up, right? Because we're probably going to want to guard the scary belly flop he does. Let me think. Pretty sure Uragon's the only one that gives you guard up. Did I skip it? Did I miss it? There's the Bond. Uragon would be after Bond, right? Here it is. Alright, so here's the Uragon set, and it looks like I do have it. So the arms and the legs here are going to give you what you want for guard up. And I would say that guard up is probably a priority on this setup, because again, if you're actually tanking his worst damaging move, you're not going to be in very good shape afterwards. So Uragon is going to take priority for defensive purposes. If you don't waste your team's lives, and you just stay alive and guard really well, it's very feasible that your teammates will be able to help you through the fight and just finish the fight that way. So there's guard up. We're going to remove the golden loon coil. You shouldn't have it yet. You shouldn't have golden loon coil yet. Now actually the Damascus can stay on probably. So Damascus is going to stay on for the focus, and then let's see what else we can build. So this is a budget charge blade build. That's what we're working on, and that's because apparently the Gunlance does really well against Furious Raging. Wait a second, no, we want to go to Forge. Alright, so we're looking for a helmet and a coil. Helmet and a coil, helmet and a coil. What do we already have? We have guard, recovery speed, focus, and iron skin. Probably artillery would be a skill that we need to look up, because I don't know if you guys have that many artillery decorations. I think artillery became easier to unlock in Iceborne. Okay, so here's a coil. Raging. Okay, we cannot use Raging Brachydios coil. The Zora spine apparently is okay. Can we get a different table? Here we go. Okay, that's only one level of. Let's see what else we have. Dodogama gives us one. Angicoil. Lumu. Can't build that though. What else? Dodogama coil is good. We need Edolite ore for the Dodogama coil, huh? There's old Brachydios. We don't want that. So it's looking like what we want is this one right here. The Dodogama coil will help us build artillery. We're going to have to go, and we're going to have to go into the Hoarfrost Reach looking for the Edolite. All right, let's get out there. Fan says this is a budget charge blade. Did I say charge blade again? I meant Gunlance. I'm so sorry. There's so many names to remember, and when I'm speaking fast and I'm doing something on screen at the same time, it's easy to make that mistake. My bad. Budget Gunlance build, because the Gunlance does well against Furious Raging, apparently. Hey, mister, can I join your server? You can. Yeah, you definitely can. Are you talking about my maybe you mean my session. How's it going, everyone? Is Iceborne worth buying? Well, you're going to get probably a biased point of view from me, because I play it every day. So I'm just going to say yes. Whew, these load times, man. I want Elytron to murder a Runa Nergigante in his cutscene. Wow, that's violent. Elytron versus Nergigante. Trap House asks, can I join? You can, yeah, anyone can join. Do I enjoy Monster Hunter World House? I have no idea what that is. Do you mean, do I enjoy decorating my house or the room in Monster Hunter World? Because if you were to ask me that, no, I don't. I almost never go into my room ever. Hey, we get a subscriber. Big Fella Rels, thanks for subscribing. Up, here we are. Okay, so we're only here for the Adellite. We're not here for anything else. We need 2 Adellite for this Dodogama. I don't even think we need to drink a hot drink. We should have two Adellite easily. Any advice for getting the Glavenus mantle for Xbox One? Captured him at least 45 times and haven't gotten it. No, you just kind of have to keep hammering away at him. Be sure that you're doing investigations. Oops, did I just mark a stone? It's because I was talking. What do we want? This is what we want up here. Mining outcrop. Actually, there's 2 mining outcrops here. Let's go to that one. As I was saying, be sure you're doing investigations with a lot of regular rewards. Not the decoration rewards. Those are the tempered investigations. But the regular investigations that give you material rewards, make sure you're doing those versus Glavenus. Make sure that they have a lot of, maybe like 3, 4, and 5 boxes. So that at the end of every match, you're having a very high chance of the mantle showing up. Other than that, I mean, you could take like the capture. I can't remember what it's called. There's a number of skills. Like there's the feline food skill. What is it called? Like Lucky Cat. Oop, there's one Adelaidor. Yeah, Lucky Cat exists. You could go after. I don't know if the voucher actually works. The daily voucher. Did we get Adelaide? Oh, come on, man. We didn't get Adelaide. You can build, I think it's called Capture Master. I think it is. You could build Capture Master. That might help. We'll go here next. Yeah, Capture Master might help. There's the other one. I'm trying to remember. There's one for being allowed to carve another time. I think you get it from the Commissioner set, but that will actually slow down your runs. So I don't know if I recommend that too much. Still no Adelaide. Jesus Christ, man. Are we going to go down here? Is that what's going on? I think we're going down here. Wait, are we? Why are we going down here? I know this area has some of these. There we go. Adelaide ore. Alright. And now we return to Celiana. Jennifer says, I think in April all consoles sync up. That's right. Nil says, generally speaking, how fast do you need to kill a monster for your build to be viable in your opinion? That's a great question. My position, Nils, is always that you should have enough defense and utility on your build that you're not losing your fights against the monster, because if you lose your fight, it's going to take like twice as long, basically. So you should have just enough that you don't lose, and then as you improve at the game, you can start shedding your defense and taking more offense. But the question is, how many times are you comfortable with losing or having very close calls? I like to stay in a situation where it doesn't happen that often. I don't like to have to run a monster and get no rewards after like a 10-minute investment. Well, 10 minutes is probably an exaggeration. Maybe like 7 minutes invested into the fight, and then we lose right at the last second, right? Something like that. It's like a worst case scenario. But yeah, I like to have a sort of like a min-maxed build for both defense and offense, where you take at least health boost and maybe Divine Blessing Secret, because Divine Blessing Secret is really nice. I don't know if you guys have been using that. I have been in my builds. Usually you have to give up a non-essential attack boost sort of build, like Peak Performance, Agitator, Resentment, or Attack Boost. You have to give that up usually, but it's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. And then you pick up something like Divine Blessing Secret, and that's a huge deal for your survivability. And then you still triple card. All right. Let's go ahead and forge equipment. Oh, right. We're looking for Dodogama. He's going to be way up here. A little distracted today. We'll go ahead and take this. So now we just need a helmet. Well, I'm a little concerned about having capacity boost. Let's see if there's a capacity boost. I just realized capacity boost is pretty important to your damage output. Might have prioritized things in a difficult manner. There's guard. There's capacity boost. Please tell me not the coil. Oh, no. So we have the legs and the coil. Oh, that's so annoying. Dude, that's really annoying. Wait, this isn't Furious Brachydios, right? Oh, this is just regular Brachydios? This is regular Brachydios. But you need a Brachydios Pallium, huh? Ah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, you could do it probably in a different manner. You could go for that other coil and then choose a different helmet. But I did this just for convenience, for the sake of the live stream. We got the critical skills on the build. That's what's important here. So we have capacity boost, we have guard up, we have 2 levels of artillery, and we have some guard as well. Where's that guard coming from? We must be picking up that guard from... Oh yeah, it's all coming from the Uragan Greaves and the Uragan Legs. I'm sorry, the Uragan Vambraces and the Uragan Greaves. Sweet. Alright, so now we just have to build stuff like, I guess, health boost. So let's grab a health boost. And I'm going to actually use... I bet I don't have one, actually. Yeah, I don't have one. That's fine. Actually, that's good, because it's actually representative of what you would expect. So I don't have one. Let's just use the small decoration slots up first, then. Alright, there's health boost. You would want to finish off artillery, if you can. Wait, skills... Artillery. So we'll just add, oh, well, we would do it first. Medium decoration slot first. So there's artillery. You'll want to finish off charger if you can. So the little kitty went into the room. She meowing. Does she know you're out here? You think she's just like sleeping in there?
She likes the window.
Oh, she likes the window.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have guard, health boost, recovery speed, focus, artillery, agitator, iron skin, capacity boost. I'm trying to think if there's anything else you really have to have. I would say nothing else is really that important. So you have all these giant decoration slots left to build whatever you can in those giant decoration slots. Now, if I were you, if I were a new player, I would probably take, for this particular fight, I would definitely take stun resist. So we have a steadfast here. So there's stun resist. Furious Rajang's really, really good at stunning players because he applies Thunder Blight and he attacks many times very quickly. So he applies, he KOs you very quickly and is quite dangerous. So we're going to definitely include stun resist on the build. Also, you should be able to build Divine Protection no matter what, right? I'm pretty sure you can just buy those now, right? You don't have to get lucky. Here we are. So Protection. Protection. Oops. Protection. Finally, I would say if I could add one more thing, probably Tremor Resist against him. Tremor Resist is useful. So we have 1 level of Tremor Resist, and for the mantles, you're probably not going to have Rocksteady. You should have Temporal Mantle. All you got to do is do the Lunastra DLC. You'll pick up that mantle. For the other mantle, though, let's see what we have. Bandit, Apothecary, Fireproof. Let's just bring the Health Booster as a fine addition. Okay, so now we have our budget build. Guard 4, Stun Resist, Health Boost, Recovery Speed, Focus 3, Artillery, Divine Blessing, Tremor Resist 1, Capacity Boost, and Guard Up coming from the Uragan set. This will not be damage optimized compared to other Gunlance builds, but is going to do really well actually. You can see the shelling type is long shelling level 6. Okay, and now we're going to want to fight Furious Rajang. Neil says maybe Evade Extender. I would say not. Evade Extender against Furious Rajang doesn't really... For regular gameplay, if you're not like... Yeah, I don't know how... I don't agree with it because With him, he just chases you down really fast, and he escapes really fast. So having the evade extender, in my opinion, doesn't really help too much. Oh, look at Mufasa. Mufasa needs help, guys. Go help Mufasa. All right, I'm going to go ahead and post a quest, though. Somebody go help Mufasa. We'll start at the correct camp. Also, for people who are new to Gunlance shelling, a really important skill to be eating is the Feline Bombardier. However, for this particular fight, because he's so dangerous, what you probably want to pick up is the Feline Safeguard. This will give your team an extra life. Don't rely on your teammates to eat it. Don't rely on your teammates. Especially if you're being helped by randoms because you used like an SOS flare. Not a good idea to rely on them. They're probably going to be unreliable. We'll see what this guy's got. Oop. Looks like I'm growing honey over here too, on the PlayStation. Soul Ism says, I use guard up on my sword and shield, lol. It's really not needed on the sword and shield. I mean, there might be exceptions where it's really nice to have, but because sword and shield sheath so quickly, you're always able to sheath and then do a dive evade. Dive evade all day. I was able to do it with greatsword with minimal help. It takes a while, no doubt, but keep at it and make sure to equip level 3 part breaker. What? Soul says, what weapon do I main? Well, technically I've used the heavy bowgun more than any other weapon. I really like the hammer when it comes to melee weapons as well. The truth is I've played all the weapons quite a bit. Even the weapons that I haven't played a lot, I've actually put a decent amount of time into them. So, actually, what's my guild card look like on the PlayStation? So, I don't play the PlayStation as much as the Xbox. However, I should have some runs under my belt here. So we have quite a lot of longsword, 279 longsword, huh? A little bit of charge blade, a little bit of light bowgun. We got quite a bit of hammer too. So hammer, hunting horn, and longsword. Interesting. I have 0 lance runs. No lance runs at all. We got D and 2D. GC, what weapon do you main? I use guard up on my sword and shield. Let's see how many people are watching so far. We got 200 viewers so far. Very cool. Man, we were streaming late last night at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and we had 500 people watching. Holy cow, man. Ethan says, what's the hardest monster? That's a good question. You know, I actually think Furious Rajang, I don't know about Raging Brachydios. I think he's actually not that bad. But Furious Rajang's legitimately pretty tough. He's pretty fast at knocking out your lives, especially if you're playing with inexperienced teammates. I think technically, if you want to talk about killing a monster, I think technically Safajiva should be considered the most difficult because it's so easy to fail against him. However, you don't have to defeat him. That's the thing. All you got to do is be in the fight, break some parts, and then you get rewards. So if you want to talk about the most difficult monster, probably still Extreme Behemoth. I think Extreme Behemoth still takes the cake. But other than that, like let's say you and your team are trying to one-run solo Safajiva. Not solo, one-run Safajiva. I think that would actually be pretty difficult. And then again, Furious Rajang, he does drain your lives pretty fast. But yeah, X-Behemoth, he has a lot of crazy mechanics that if you're not familiar with, you're really going to struggle because you're unfamiliar with those mechanics. So, but if you're familiar with all the monsters, then it starts to become a little more even. Alright, we're starting with our hot drink. Again, here's the build. Guard, stun resist, health boost, recovery speed, focus, artillery, divine blessing. We've got tremor resist, capacity boost, and guard up, which means he can't get us with his strongest moves. Sticky makes Furious Rajang a light snack. Yeah, sticky ammo is definitely very effective against him. Oh, he didn't hear it. He got me right away. Wow. God damn, dude. Should have started with my temporal mantle. Oh, teammate using a flash. Oh. All right, let's get a pot off of him. Here's the worm steak. Might as well get that in while we can. Sweet. So when a monster climbs off of that cliff, man, they gotta recover from it so much. Alright. Oh, he's enraged now. Okay, never mind. So all we're doing is using charged shells on him after we get the worm steak blast on him. That's going to be our temporal mantle. Ooh, he's going to attack. Ouch. Oh man, we're in a dangerous position. I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh god. Oh, okay, we're fine. A little worried there. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Let's get a health booster down here. We'll kind of draw him over here for the hammer player. Ooh, how much range does that have? What the hell? The bows are so loud. That's gonna be KO. That new heavy bowgun is so strong. We made a video talking about it. There's a new sticky ammo meta in the game, and it's coming from the Rajang heavy bowgun, the Furious Rajang heavy bowgun. So if you haven't seen that video of mine, you might want to check that out. He's ready to be thrown into a wall, actually. That's paralysis. That's going to be the knockdown. Let's go ahead. Oh, we don't have any more. Okay. Let's get this done. Oh, god damn it, dude. Got it. Nice. He's going to sleep. Woo! Nice job, nice job. Oh, he softened him. Oh, I don't think he meant to. Well, maybe he didn't have any pods and he realized it, so he went for the soften. He had the right idea. He was going to throw him into a wall. Nice. So many KOs, man. Now we just need somebody to use a trap. You know what's funny? I feel like I'm actually contributing quite a lot. Maybe more than the hammer player right now, even. Because I just don't have to deal with him so much. Like, I don't have to be on the head. I can just be sort of near him, and I'm getting that nice double damage from the worm steak blast, right? It's called the worm steak blast. Worm steak cannon is for... It's the other move. Let's see, let's grab this real fast. Alright, there's more stones. Where did he run? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, he ran this way? Okay. So let's see what you guys are saying. I started with the hammer, and now I have a problem because I want to try other weapons, but none are as fun to play as the hammer. Beaver says, anyone know any good places where I can get builds from like YouTubers' websites? Oh, definitely not me. I offer only bad builds. No, to answer your question though, Beefy, if you join our Discord server, there's a channel called Builds, and it literally has meta builds for all 14 weapon classes in it. So I recommend taking a look at that. So it's extremely helpful, actually. I'm a little scared, so I'm just going to hold my shield up, which is what you should do. Until you figure out what's going on. Oh, that's a lot of chip damage. Don't forget, when you're guarding with the lance or gun lance, if you walk forward while guarding, you will get all your stamina back. So always be walking forward a little bit, right? I think he's setting a trap right now. Good time. Oh, no. That sucks. Let's go ahead and get our sharpen in. Yeah, so in our Discord server, we have a guy named Fans Perspective. He's one of the admins, and he has been tasked with putting all updated builds into a channel called Builds. You can go there and get really good advice on what build you want to put together. Who's this person named Discord, says Hector. I can't believe how hooked to Animal Crossing I've become. Oh no, he's got the fever. Oof. Oh no, man, this guy's gonna kill me. That's so much chip damage. There's a droppable boulder over here. No, Kevin! Poor Kevin. Kevin didn't even have a chance, man. Oh, KO, 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 KO. Sweet. Gotta take advantage of what you can take advantage of. Oh, snap. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my god, it's amazing. Perfect spacing for a knockdown, man. Oh, good. He's throwing him into a wall? Maybe not. I thought he was. Cool. I think we're missing our Wormstake Blast. Don't know if I should bother with it, because he's ready to sneak off to his nest, right? Yeah, he's ready to sneak off to his nest. Oh, and he's dead. Nice job. Alright, so that was our budget Gunlance build. You know, it's going to be effective against Furious Rajang. It's actually also going to be effective against Raging Brachydios. The Gunlance works pretty well on both of those fights, in my opinion. You know, Raging Brachydios, he doesn't really have the best hit zones on his leg. His leg isn't bad, it's just that it's not that good. But it doesn't matter. When you're playing a Gunlance, it's always good. It's always the same hit zone because you're using explosive damage. So that ignores hit zones. So I was making a counter build for Raging Brachydios with Gunlance, and it just did so well. And he trips really fast too if you shoot him in the leg a lot. So Raging Brachydios and Furious Rajang. There will probably be a difference in the build, One of the differences will be that you'll drop the stun resist. I would probably drop the stun resist and take anti-blast instead, especially for the Gunlance, because the Gunlance takes so long to sheath. It would be a bad idea to not run anti-blast against a monster like Raging Brachydios, who applies, what is it called, Blast Scourge? He applies it so easily. GE, tell Kevin he should have used the Gunlance. No, I'm not going to say that. All right, and here you can see we picked up a Rajang Heart. Very good. All right. Means we can craft our new Rajang Heavy Bowgun for the PlayStation. Throttle, Paracoat, Fuhrer. You know, we probably won't. We'll probably stick to weapons that we haven't built on the Xbox, on the PlayStation. Try to keep the two consoles separate so that I'm not being inefficient. Code asks, why are you running dragon damage when he's not weak to dragon damage? That's a great question. So the reason you're asking that question is because you have a misunderstanding of the Gunlances. With the Gunlance, the dragon damage is only applied to the melee attacks. However, we're only using the shelling, and shelling is always counted as an explosive damage type. Explosive damage type is this damage type. There's sever, there's blunt, there's shot type damage, and then there's explosive type damage. Shells on a Gunlance are explosive. They ignore all hit zones. They ignore elemental hit zones. So we don't really melee him too much, and that's why it doesn't matter that we have dragon damage. What's most important, as I was saying before, is that we have a shelling type of long and a shelling level of 6. The level 6 shelling is the most important part here. Okay, so sweet. Run over here. Let's move this over here, and we'll call this... Oh wow, that took a while to load too. Maybe just in general, loading keyboards takes a while for this. We're going to call this budget. There we go. So we'll put our budget builds over here. Actually, maybe we should have it be capitalized. Alright, budget builds. That's going to be Gunlance for fighting Furious Rajang. He's really tough. Now I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing we did before. I'm going to go to the Seiken website and kind of look up which weapon was doing best against Raging Brachydios. So we just did Furious Rajang. Let's do Raging Brachydios now. One moment. How do I find this, by the way, I wonder? Ah, here it is. Achy Breaky Heart. There's been quite a few speedruns already done. And it looks like the fastest speedruns were all done with the heavy bowgun. But you know, we're probably gonna stick to non-heavy bowgun builds on my PlayStation account just because I do them so much on my Xbox account. Just for the sake of doing this quickly, let's find out what it was. It's looking like they used spread ammo on the heavy bowgun. Yeah, that's a spread ammo build. So he did spread ammo on the heavy bowgun and he shoots Brachydios in the tail. Alright, so that's the fastest run on Brachydios. Let's see, after that, it appears to be the Sword and Shield. Ooh, Sword and Shield moving up that speedrun tier list, guys. Yeah, after the heavy bowgun, the next fastest run is done with Sword and Shield, followed by the bow, which makes a lot of sense because the bow, similar to the heavy bowgun, has a spread shot, then a charge blade, then a light bowgun, and then a great sword. So let's go to the Sword and Shield. I think this is a great opportunity to test some Sword and Shield. I'm going to go ahead and get an impression of what he was building. Oh, he definitely built Frostcraft, which is interesting. It's in another language. It's always trickier to understand another language. So he built Frostcraft, however, he's using a Sophagiva weapon. He's using a Sophagiva weapon, which means that one level of the Frostcraft definitely went into the weapon itself, so that he would only need two pieces of the Velkhana armor set, which makes me wonder if that's what we want. Yeah, he was able to fit Master's Touch in as well. And he was using an ice damage build, huh? Oh, so if he's going ice damage, is it possible he's got... So I get it. He's got the... He not only does he have the Velkhana, what are they? Frostcraft, but he's also picking up the crit element. Got it. Yeah, he's picking up crit element with that setup. And my question is, I wonder if he's using Master's Touch. I don't think he would fit, right? Hold on. Maybe it would. I don't see how it would. Here it is. No, he's not. So he's got Frostcraft, Crit Element, and Agitator Secret. Very interesting. Agitator Secret. Did he do it again in English? I think he did it in English. Oh man, this guy's the true MVP. He did his build a second time in English. Who's that? Volp's Monster Hunter? Let's take a look. So he goes Crit Eye, Agitator, Attack Boost, Crit Boost, Weakness Exploit, Quick Sheath, Divine Blessing, Coalescence, Health Boost. Coalescence on the build, interesting. Slinger Capacity, Flinch Free, Speed Eating, Challenger, Brachy, Rhyme Guard, Brachy, Rhyme Guard, Rhyme Guard. Alright. So Frostcraft and Crit Element was important for him. Okay, but here are my thoughts though. The issue with putting together a budget build for a specific element is going to be really expensive for players, in my opinion. Yeah, Finn, I realized the same thing. It's physically impossible to fit both Frostcraft and Master's Touch, even with the Safi weapon. You would need too many slots for the set bonus skill. That's why they need to change how pendants work. So let's take a look and see what we can actually build for Sword and Shield, because I don't know what our best options are. So I'm going to assume you guys have not defeated anything other than the story mode, and so my guess would be your strongest Sword and Shield option would be Guild Palace, which is made out of tickets that I don't have, and then Shara Ishvalda would probably be the other one. Let's see what else we have. The Band Raging Club is probably alright for raw damage builds. Devil Joe's, Anajiva, Black Steel, Namiel. Here it is, Shara Ishvalda. So my guess is that this might be one of your better options if you're not doing a real try-hard build, the Manifested Lotus. Thunder, Fire, Paralysis, Thunder, Sleep, Blast, Water, Paralysis, Sleep. There's the Noble Anna Palace. I mean, if you could build this, it might not be bad. The problem is it would be expensive for you to have gone after a specific elemental build, in my opinion. We're not going to be building the Raytheon tree because you don't reach Gold Raytheon until like Master Rank 70. Bariath, Legiana, Bariath, Water, Thunder, the Aura tree, and then there's the Defender tree too. The Defender tree is Blast, but that would be useful against Furious Rajang, but probably you wouldn't want to do that for Brachydios. Frostcraft without Safajiva is really inefficient. Yeah. Too bad we can't build this either, because you would need to be Master Rank 100. Velkhana tree. I'm just looking at it carefully, guys, okay? Dragonbone, Shara Ishvalda. I think Shara Ishvalda ends up being your best option. So if you're running a Sword and Shield as a Sword and Shield main, you're probably running the Shara Ishvalda weapon at the end of the story, if you're not still running the Defender weapon. But the Defender weapon does a lot of Blast, and Blast probably isn't your best option. Expensive budget builds. I know, right? Oh no, we don't have any thick bone. That's going to be a problem. Wait. We didn't have to do that previous stuff. Hold on. All we had to do was buy a dragon bone.
I'm feeling it.
Alright, we should just be able to upgrade this. Let's see if I did that right. Gameconomist, Acid Razor is a low-budget weapon for Raw. Hold on. No, it just says us back here again, doesn't it? Okay. We don't have Thick Bone. You know what? We don't have the Shari Ishval, the Tender Plate either. Yeah, it would take us a while to put that together. Think about it. I mean, I could show off a... Probably I could show off a long sword. Tell you what. No, I don't know. I was going to say, let's just do a defender weapon. And just see how crazy it is. Maybe it's really bad. It would only be 308. So it should be significantly lower. There's also the Volcanic. We don't have Thick Bone either. Oh my god. Oh, Thick Bone's is the thing we already knew we were missing. Radabon OS. Hey, I'm rocking full... Hey, how's it going, Tasty Taco? He says, get that toilet paper. Aw, thank you very much, man. Here, let me update the snack fund. Oh, man, I need to. I was reading an article today, guys. And the article was talking about how... It was from Google. And it was talking about how it expects ad revenue on YouTube to drop real bad. Like worse than it did in 2008 during the housing crisis. So that didn't sound good. Acid Razor only requires acidic glaviness, which is early. Let's take a look at acidic glav. Hold on. Where are you hiding, acidic glav? Am I missing it? I must be missing it. Should be a paralysis weapon. Oh, it's right here. I don't have a glavinous mantle. So glavinous mantle is also missing. We're missing a bunch of... Man, we're missing so many materials. We don't have the materials to craft this at all. I wonder how bad it would be if we actually just ran the Defender Tree weapon. I mean, you could. The problem is that it's Blast. Blast is not doing like tons of damage versus Raging Brachydios. Let's give it a try, everyone. I'm giving it a try. I'm giving it a try. Ideally, we would use Shar Ishvalda, or... I would probably still choose Shar Ishvalda over the Acidic Glav tree, because I don't think Acidic Glav is really that good without having Master's Touch paired with it, you know what I mean? I mean, it's probably okay, actually. Wait, did I not equip it? It's the wrong element and everything, but I mean, I don't know. Let's just see how it feels. I think this would take you a long time to defeat Raging Brachydios, because it's not a good matchup. So we're getting 308 raw, and the blast. Let's choose augment equipment. Alright, we'll give ourselves a health regen and attack increase for the augment. And now, what would a budget build look like for a regular raw setup? You wouldn't have Master's Touch. Okay, let's go ahead and change equipment. I literally never beat this Kirin and Garuga while everybody else is at level over 24 or more than that because they're getting help. Oh, come on, man. Not everyone got help. I mean, the game gives you the option to fire an SOS flare, so if you want help, just ask for it. Just use an SOS flare. It's not that big a deal. Alright, speaking of which, let's go to Forge Equipment. So we're only allowed to use certain pieces of armor, too. That's part of this, right? I want that Hornitar armor set. We got a piece of Dodogama. Raytheon. You know, it's funny, I really didn't make very much of the Master Rank armor at all because I just ran Master's Touch on the Draken armor set the whole way. We've got Uragon again, actually. Hey, why don't we run Uragon again? I think that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll run Uragon again. I can't speak. I think we're going to go pick up some Edolite ore, and we're going to grab the Hornitar coil. The idea is not to get hit most of the time. I never really thought LP was that good. Any advice for a budget build? I only play Insect Glaive and can avoid death, but I can't get enough damage. I finished BITH campaigns. Doing SOS is not that hard. Yeah, so if you're not dealing enough damage, one trick right off the bat is the SOS. So use the SOS flare and have some other people help you. The next thing for getting damage, I would say make sure that your Palico... You probably wouldn't have the Meow Cannon, would you? You could go for the Meow Cannon on your Palico, and your Palico will actually contribute a lot of damage over a long fight. So if it's like a 30-minute fight, your Palico can actually deal quite a bit of damage. Give him a good weapon too, right? And then just poke the monster real consistently. That's why I would say go for flint shots. Flint shots are always going to do, a set amount of damage. You could use falling boulders in the environment, do quite a bit of damage. And capture the monster as soon as possible. So all those are good tips. Astera Story, I mostly did SOS, and Selena, I did it all solo. That's the problem, because I'm not good and they just stay at camp. Oh, they just say to stay at camp. Who tells you to stay at camp? The randoms from an SOS flare? They never say that kind of stuff. Nobody talks to me when an SOS flare, nobody talks to each other. That takes too long to... People don't talk to each other with the SOS flare because it takes too long to type a message. In general, they don't say anything to each other. I mean, on the other hand, okay, we did pick up some Edolite ore there. Let's just pick up a little more Edolite ore and then we'll head out. You do sometimes get people with like really mean auto messages like, you suck, oh, you died, you suck. So you do run into people like that, but you just ignore them. They're usually there for a reason. They're usually there to like gather parts. So are these fish frozen? It's so weird. Grab a few of those. Oh, I thought that was a ore. Of course it's not an ore. There we go. And Celiano. Gotta get Asian people from SOS. The master game erased. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Have you never been in an SOS where the person who dies was Asian? I mean, it happens pretty consistently. There are plenty of people who die. I think probably when the game first came out, the kind of like the stereotype that Asian people are super good at Monster Hunter was probably true, because they actually... It wasn't much of a Western game, but these days, I mean, it's pretty mixed at this point. It doesn't matter if the person has an Asian name for their hunter or an English name for their hunter, or I don't know, some other name. You'll pretty consistently find people carding, and some people just randomly doing very well. The trick is to get skilled players in. Varathrogna, God of Victory, says, I run the Garuga set and Safi weapon, but I cart too much damage on raging. What should I use? Oh, he says, but I can't do much damage on raging. What do I use? I run Garuga and Safi weapon. If you're having trouble dealing damage to a monster, sometimes the problem isn't your build. Sometimes the problem is being able to dodge through the monster's moveset and punish the monster. This is especially true when you try to do something like solo behemoth. You learn that it's not just about having the correct attack skills on your build. It's actually a great deal of your damage output is being able to respond correctly when the monster is moving around fighting and when you're avoiding the attacks. Okay, let's see. I'll run over here. Is there space in the lobby? If so, what's the code? Nope, we're full. How's your gear holding up? So the Hornitar set is actually quite good for building up damage. Actually, okay, yeah, no, we did that right. So this helmet as well. We also could have built the Kulu set. Let's see, were we capable of building it? Bet not. Oh, maybe. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, now you all have coronavirus. So we can't take this with us as much as we'd like to because we're picking up the Uragon set. Instead, I guess we'll have this guy right here. Will we? Let's see what else we can build real fast. Kadachi earplugs. There's a better way to do this. Hold on. Here's Credite earplugs. What is this? The Garuga set? You might not have the Garuga set yet. Also, the Kieran set. You should have Kieran, right? Yeah, you should have Kieran. We're taking the Kieran set. So we're going to assume you finished the story and that you do have the Kieran armor here. Alright, so we have Hornatar helm. We have Uragon. That's not right. Yeah, no, wait. That is right. It's the coil that needs to be traded out. Nope, wait. Here it is. Hornatar coil. Let's just do a quick search for weakness exploit just to make sure we're not missing something obvious. Should have just started out by doing this. Fulgering helmet. There should be the Lumu helmet. See, we can't even build this. You would have to have a Fulgur engine at the mantle. That gives you 2 levels of weakness exploit. That's interesting. You're not going to have Teostra. You know, you could go fight Rajang and pick up the helmet. You really could, actually. You really could just go fight Rajang and pick up the helmet. The coil's actually quite good as well. What do you guys think? Is it not budget enough to have the Rajang set? Yeah, we're going to add the Rajang set. Alright, so forget about Hornatar. We're going to run Rajang. I should have started doing this. I should have started out this way. So hold on. Change equipment. It's all a question of like how advanced do you believe that the player has gotten in his progression of the game. And in this case, we're going to assume you've gotten fairly far. Alright, so we pick up some handicraft as well, which will be useful for not losing our white too soon. We don't have any kind of master's touch with this setup. And after this, the next thing you would want on your build would be health boost. Let's go ahead and add health boost. So we have guard, health boost, recovery speed, crit eye, weakness exploit, handicraft. We would want to add some crit boost. So this is a big question whether or not you have crit boost. I don't know if you do. Let's add 2 levels of crit boost, and you should have this decoration right here. So there's a little more crit eye. And then we have room for one more thing. Well, I tell you what, let's go over to change equipment. For the anti-blast, we're going to, well, temporal mantle's so useful though. We're going to go fireproof mantle. I don't think you should have any problem with dealing with his blast scourge with this weapon, because this weapon, it actually sheets really quickly. God damn, here it is. Jesus, that's so annoying. Okay, so we put protection in the fireproof mantle. We have one more decoration. How's it going, Wellix? He says no ping? Thought I did a ping. Wait, did I do no ping in the Discord? I thought I did. Oh, you're right. I never pinged. How much time do we have left to the... My bad, man. We have an hour left. I'll go ahead and ping now. I wonder if people are going to be annoyed by the ping, though. What he's referring to is I usually alert people that I've gone live in our Discord, and I forgot to do that. Man, 7,000 people. Whoa. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, do me a favor and leave a like on it. It always helps. So we're allowed to have one more decoration. If I could have one more decoration, what would it be? It's hard to say. I'm just going to put this steadfast in and let you guys decide for yourself. All right. So this is a probably very poor damage build because it's actually a blast damage build, and it's a defender weapon, which has probably inferior raw damage as well. So what we need to prove to you, though, is that it does deal some damage and that we can do a good job with it. I'm nervous, though, because I'm not even that skilled with this weapon. Let's find out how it plays out. Actually, let's choose join a quest. Okay. Make it break your heart's full. We're going to post new quest. You know, we already showed off a Gunlance build that I thought was really, really good. So feel free to use that one. But now we're going to be using this really, really weak sword and shield build. It doesn't even have a Shar Ishval weapon in the slot. But you know, maybe you're fighting Raging Brachydios and Furious Rajang to do something like pick up the Charge Blade, or I'm sorry, the Gunlance. Wow, I do call Gunlance Charge Blade. What's going on with that? Maybe you're here to pick up the heavy bowgun that Rajang offers, you know, and as soon as you do that, maybe you're going to get rid of your old weapon. Technically, you can just fight Raging Brachydios until you can get the new charge. I said it again. Until you can get the new sword and shield. What is going on? I'm just replacing every word with Charge Blade now. Expert Fortitude. Yeah, Fortitude is actually not a bad choice too. Good thing to point out. What do I think about Master Kulftaroth? I think that it could be fun, hopefully. There's the feline safeguard. Alright, now to wait for the ungodly load time. So crit eye, guard, health boost, recovery speed, weakness exploit, handicraft, stun resist, crit boost, iron skin, divine blessing, guard up. We actually have mind's eye ballistic as well. I mean, I guess that's useful. Is it useful? I don't know if it's useful against Brachydios. No, it's not useful against Brachydios. Woo! New subscriber, Marigold. Thanks for subscribing, Marigold. Lord of the Charge Blades. Biox says that together with the Brachy weapon. Yeah, I think I'll try that. Thank you. What? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. I see. How is it you have so many decorations, TGC? We have a modified account. That's how. So my Xbox account is a regular, normal, legit account. My PlayStation account has been modified. Bar Gnome Eltoff says Charge Blade, the bad reboot to the better original. What? What skills are important for a piercing light bowgun build, in your opinion? Well, you'll want the pierce shot, and then after that, just crit eye, weakness exploit, crit boost, and then from there you can add whatever offensive skills you want. Probably you would take Agitator Secret now because the Brachydios set is so easy to build. Let's get this real fast. Alright, he's getting thrown right now. Oh, man. Look at that, nobody wants to soften. It's so bad. Nobody wants to soften. Everyone's like, the other guy will soften for me. He can still be thrown into a wall. Gotta take advantage of it while you can, you know? Oops. Hey, anyone know how he manages to save meal recipes, or is that a console only thing? No, it should be available on PC as well. You know, I don't know what exact buttons you would push on the keyboard, but I'm sure it's possible. Oh my god. I gotta be a little more careful there. Oh, he's still going for me. Go ahead and soften the arm. Oh, let's not soften the arm. I'm KO'd now. Oh, man. Don't be KO'd. It's dangerous. That was stun resist, letting us recover faster. Ah. Oh, was that his? Oh, that was his actual blast setting me off. That's too bad. He's tough in the early stages. He actually gets easier. And honestly, with the sword and shield, I'm feeling the same problem I always feel with the sword and shield. I feel less effective with this weapon because I'm not capable of getting in close enough to actually land a hit. So even with the buffs to the sword and shield, this weapon is still feeling underwhelming. And maybe to somebody who like main sword and shield, that's not true, but I mean, I feel like I've actually played sword and shield enough to understand how it's feeling. Just feeling like he's having trouble. Maybe it's more difficult is what I'm trying to say. There's no point in using the uppercut on this guy. He's just too dangerous. Like, you may want to soften a part on him, but it's like, probably you shouldn't. He's ready to be thrown into a wall. Dude. He's got it. Nice. Nice job. I might have just wasted that. Oh no, that's sad. Nice job. The head's broken. Bruh! The slime that falls off is so important for making this fight more difficult. I almost feel like I could have just been running a wide range setup and I would have immediately done more damage. Oh my god. Scaring me. Like right there, the short range definitely making me miss out on some damage. Oh, 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 oh. What was that? Ah, oh, he still hit me. Alright. I started firing the bomb pods because it's like something I could actually do. It's pretty sad, actually. I do not feel like there are a lot of good openings for the sword and shield on this guy. You just have to get really close to him. Is it really that bad to use the Devil Joe Light Bowgun when you don't have the Safi one? Got called names and kicked from session for it before. You got called names and kicked from a session? I mean, it's definitely going to deal less damage, especially if you're doing like rapid fire sticky 2, which is probably what you built. And yeah, you're just not dealing as much damage, basically, in a nutshell. Wait, I don't want these. I want the bomb pots. Getting kicked out of a lobby? Man, people are so stupid. Imagine getting kicked out of a lobby. I mean, I guess if you were losing matches for them, that would be another story. He's ready to be thrown into a wall. I've got my temporal. No, come on, go for his head. It's so stupid. It went for his damn tail. I'm just gonna go for the soften on the head, I guess. Dude, it actually went for his tail. So stupid the way that works. He's mounted? Yeah, I think he's mounted. Dude, so annoying. What the hell? Oh my god, dude, I don't know. I don't know if I would recommend this weapon to newer players. I think we would be doing more with the greatsword right now. We might not recommend this as a budget build. I'm not feeling it. I mean, it's probably partially my fault for not having used the weapon more, but it's just, this is clearly more difficult than using the greatsword. The short range on it just makes it so much more difficult than the other weapons. Prove me wrong. Change my mind. It's not going to happen. I'm already convinced. How's it going, Elliot? He says, am I late for the stream again? That's right, you're late. Uh-oh, I forgot you're supposed to attach to him. I'm done. Got attached to the head, people. So, ironically, I think he's actually easier in this stage. Because his slime no longer blows up. It just sits on the floor as a DOT. Which is actually not that hard to manage. Wow, imagine missing your whole moveset because you have a 0 range. I can't believe that. Think about it, the Sword and Shield would have been even worse than this back before they buffed it. I don't think we'll see the Sword and Shield move up the popularity list. It might move up the speedrunner tier list, just because it's doing the good damage output. I don't think people are going to want to use this weapon. It still has a significant range problem. With the hammer player, we might be able to achieve an additional mount. So you can just stand in the health booster. Alright, we have guard up, so he can't get us with this either. Oh, apparently he can. Apparently we can run out of stamina. Interesting. We had guard 4. I can't believe we ran out of stamina there. We had guard 4. It must just be because we're using the sword and shield, right? Nah, I can't recommend this. Build's feeling terrible. It's not just a damage thing either. It's just it doesn't feel like this is easy enough to recommend to a new player. Like, what's the point of putting a build together for them if it's just still going to be really challenging? So let's think about what happened there, by the way, with the explosion. We had full health and we survived, so that's interesting. That's good to know. No augments on the armor. But we had full stamina and he was still... Look at that, we still missed that. That's so stupid. We weren't able to guard both the roar and the actual move. We ran out of stamina first. Oh, there we go. So we did guard it that time. I think it has something to do with the number of... We're going to get away from this? I think it has something to do with the number of slime under you. So if you're standing on top of more slime, then you have a higher risk of dying to it. Of running out of stamina, I mean to say. But yeah, I don't think I was doing any damage. I think mostly I was just guarding and doing a little bit of chip here and there. Maybe when he was knocked down, we had a few combos that worked out. The Gunlance would have heavily outdamaged that what I was just doing there. It's the worst shield in the game. I don't think you can improve it much. TGC got me into heavy bowguns. Zip Zip says, I'm a hammer main, but Switch X has become my preferred secondary, replacing longsword. Raging Brachy in his last form is sick. A streaming obsidian locked to the hide. What? GE, can you test Pierce level 3 on Brachy Daddy? Yeah, so Pierce ammo on Brachydios is actually not a bad idea. Right now, I would bet that because the tail is so large and because Pierce ammo is feeling pretty strong in Iceborne, that it would do an okay job on him. So that would actually be a decent option if you're going to fight him. God, I'm so disappointed with what we discovered with the sword and shield. However, the thing is, I was going to avoid building heavy bowguns on my PlayStation account because I already have too much playtime with heavy bowguns. Dude, I just felt so bad. I did not feel like I was doing any damage. I just couldn't actually land a hit on him. I'm late for so many streams, but I got to the stickies are good with Rajang vid 17 seconds after it uploaded. And I got first. Nice, man. Yeah, that video did really well. People love sticky ammo. People love the sticky ammo. The Mighty Bowjewel video is doing well as well. I guess people really would like to have the Mighty Bowjewel decoration, and Capcom made it kind of difficult to obtain, right? It's kind of hard to obtain it. How's it doing? It's kind of leveling off now. It's at 17,000 views. Let's check the other video real fast. New sticky meta. Oh my god, it's the new meta. It's at 23,000 views. Wow, that was like 40,000 views just between two videos. How do you have 300 materials? Wow, I get this question so often. It's a modded account, guys. I'm working on a modded account because I'm an entertainer. That's why. Because I want a modded account so I can entertain you. I have 3 platforms to play on: the PC, the PlayStation, and the Xbox. And if I were to work all 3 accounts up to the end game, it would require an enormous amount of time, and I just can't do that without burning out. So I'm going to mod my PlayStation and my PC account until Capcom offers something like cross-platform gameplay. So if Capcom will just offer us cross-platform, then I wouldn't have to do this. The other option is that I just don't play on PlayStation and PC, which I don't want to do that either. I like playing with you guys. Alright, so let's see. That was awful. I did not like the build at all. Well, it's not the build, actually. I thought the build is probably fine. What I didn't like was the actual sword and shield. It just does not feel that good. It reminds me of the original reason why I do not play sword and shield that much. Even when I'm putting together, let's say even when I'm putting together a wide range build, I don't like to use sword and shield. I just don't think it's that good. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it feels at all. It's what's clearly the reason why it's one of my least played weapons. I hate to say that. So let's see. So for the sword, for the great sword, you would definitely want to craft. Do we already have it over here, actually? This guy right here, a movable Dharma. A movable Dharma, I think, will do you good. You, of course, you can use the acidic glavinus greatsword, but I think that is once again more leaning toward like a speedrunner setup with Master's Touch. So if you're just looking for a simple, cheap setup to help carry you through the post story game mode, you would go with the Sharish Valda greatsword, right? Immovable Dharma. For our case versus Raging Brachydios, we're actually going to build once again the defender weapon, which I think you're going to find is going to do way better than the sword and shield in a minute here. Man, I'll keep practicing with the sword and shield, but that just did not feel like something I could recommend to an average player. It felt like something you could recommend to somebody who does nothing but play sword and shield all day. The range on it is just atrocious. The range is so bad. That is just terrible range. Imagine missing so much damage because you were like a few feet off. So many other weapons don't deal with that at all. I swear to God, that's why they had to. That's exactly why they had to do that. We're just going to go double health regen, actually. The build's also going to change. We're going to go to Forge Equipment. And we're going to check for earplugs. Wait, it's going to be on this page? Oh, it's on the first page. I was going the long way. Garuga, Furious Rajang. Bayo, Tigrix. Tigrix has earplugs. Seething Basilgue's earplugs. Tigrix again. Fierce Rajang. Garuga. Runanurgi. Stygian. Zora. Stygian. What's the least useful piece on my build? Probably the coil. That Bayo coil looks pretty good, actually. But we don't have any of the pieces we need to build it. Cortex, Shard, or Cryos. None of those. So we're just going to run without it, I think. No earplugs on our setup. I was thinking earplugs would be nice to have. I think also that we wouldn't want the alpha version of the Raging armor set. I think we would want the beta version. What gunlance were you using yesterday that had wide 7 shelling? The new Raging Brachydios gunlance has wide shelling 7. I recommend you go pick it up. Okay, so we're going to continue to use the golden headdress and the golden obi, but we're going to use the beta version of the set. We're going to continue to use the Kieran jacket. Ooh, should we keep the Uragon set? The Uragon set lets us guard. I don't think we are. Let's take these off. Definitely we should take off the Uragon set. It's useful for shield weapons, and you can guard with the Great Sword, but there must be something more... what would be the word? Something better for us to do with our time. Here's the Shara Ishvalda braces giving us crit boost. We're going to pick those up. Yeah, you should have those, because remember, this is post-story. You should have some of these. You should have some of this armor. Like the Garuga Greaves would be nice for you to have, but I'm not going to require that one. Let's see what kind of armor we can wear that isn't the Garuga Greaves. Buff body, Raging Brachy, Safajiva, Stygian as an ogre. Oh, Stygian as an ogre legs. That would be nice to have, huh? Actually, I think what we could do here... I don't know, because Kieran Jack is giving us the 3 levels of crit eye. Let's choose Forge Equipment. What do you guys think? Do you have to fight Stygian as an ogre in order to reach Raging Brachydios Furious Rajang? I feel like you do. So Stygian as an ogre is definitely an option. Rathalos. The Damascus chest would be our other option. But look, you're picking up 3 levels of crit eye on the Kieran jacket. I don't know how many levels of crit eye you guys have. So you can play with the Greatsword without focus. You don't have to have it. It does increase your damage output though. Here's Jaiura. Oh, here, we'll build Jaiura. So here we go. If you don't have time for Jaiura, then... So Jaiura is definitely a story monster. You should definitely be able to craft that. There we go. I'm happy with that. We don't want the builds to be like too expensive. We're trying to be reasonable. But Shara Ishvalda Van Braces, you know, you should have defeated this story. Kieran Jacket, come on, he's not too bad. Rajang for Golden Headdress and Golden Obi. It's actually pretty good if you don't have time to go fight Master Rank Teostra, right? Am I crazy? That's not crazy, right? Okay. Elliot says, dang, my dad got fabrics from Spain for his company because of COVID-19. And the fact that he was at the airport, we have to stay at least 2 meters away from him now. What? That's crazy. Yadira says, I finally did it because of nice people for the first time. Also, I realized why I'm the one who's dying. It is because I never heal and everybody else is telling me to heal. Oh, yeah, you definitely got to heal. Fan says you get Expert 4 from story mode. True, but we still need to get the crit eye all the way up to as high as we can. What do you guys think? Do you think that a regular player would fight Rajang enough to get Golden Headdress and Golden Obi? I feel like Jaiura Greaves is easy because you would probably get that in the story mode anyways. I don't remember. You don't fight... Do you fight Jaiura in the story mode? I actually can't remember, but it should be actually very easy to obtain Jaiura Greaves. Just like it's easy to obtain the Damascus. Yeah, so I feel like I'm having trouble putting this build together. The trouble I'm having is I can't decide how high of quality of materials I should be requiring people to have. You know what I mean? Because obviously some of these materials are, or some of these pieces of armor are much better than others. And it's all a question of what will people actually spend their time crafting. So like Damascus, you should just have Damascus. A lot of endgame builds actually use Damascus. And the Golden Headdress, I guess Golden Headdress is actually obsolete at this point because of the Raging Brachydios helmet. But we're assuming you don't have that yet. Same with the Golden Obi. I don't think anyone actually uses Golden Obi, but it's so good early. And Jaiura Greaves, yeah, it's this weird thing you can go after to pick up focus. Well, actually, we would drop this from the build now that we're using the Damascus. So Damascus should definitely be on the build, in my opinion. But you need crit eye too, right? Stygian, Rajang, Guildworks, Ruiner, Lunastra. Was something you would reasonably have. Guild Palace, Namiel, Kieran, Kushala, Teostra, Blackveil. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Here's Brute Tigrix with Agitator weakness. Speed Eating, Brachydios, Acidic Clavinus. Nargacuga. Lavaciet, the Death Garen. Odo Garen. Legiano. That's Tremor Resist. Crit boost, slinger capacity, defense, crit boost, peak, windproof, recovery up. That's interesting. Oh man, there's not a lot of good legs, are there? Alright. Kula Greaves, crit I2. If you can't make Kula Greaves, I don't know what happened. I don't know who hurt you. Alright, budget build. We got 2 pieces of the Rajang set. I don't feel that people will go out of their way to build that. And the Kula Greaves, you could even argue people shouldn't have that yet. People would only have that if they probably did the optional quests. Damascus, you should actually go after Damascus, without a doubt. Nobody really uses Sharish Fall of Van Braces now, though. Hung like a gamer says, if Rajang is reasonable, then Garuga is more reasonable. They're meant to be budget builds. The question I'm having is how budget? How budget should these be? How poor should these be? Should it be like for really, really poor people? Like, should we assume they've never fought Rajang, regular Rajang? I feel like one of the reasons why it would be a really good idea to have these budget builds is just because all those Raging Brachydios weapons are really powerful, and if you can just go straight to obtaining the Raging Brachydios weapons, that would be really good. Alright, this build is super budget. Come on. The only thing expensive on this build are the Shari Ishvalda braces. And you could unlock that by fighting Shari Ishvalda just like a few times probably. Which you would probably... Well, would you do it? So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it more and more and more. You could just use the Defender Greatsword and then go fight Raging Brachydios as soon as possible and pick up his Greatsword. See what I'm saying? So being able to cross that sort of step of having to build that is a big deal because it saves you a bunch of time. Being able to skip that, it allows you to become powerful faster in the game. Alright, let's just play from here with no other decorations on. Let's see how this feels. Wait, did I upgrade this? I can't remember. Yeah, I did. You should be able to augment. I'd be surprised if you couldn't augment. I guess some people might not. Post quest. We're going to go ahead and post Achy Breaky Heart. You encounter Garuga to level up the Guiding Lands cap levels. Bad Dodo Frostcraft is sin on Greatsword. What? Bad Dodo Frostcraft? What are you talking about? He says, you have to be Master Rank 24. Frostcraft is a meme for Greatsword. I don't think it is, actually. Hey, so for those of... Who said that? Wellix did? Wellix, we were just doing an analysis of Greatswords, and we were doing it by looking at the latest speedruns. Wow. Yeah, so the Greatsword... Currently, the world record Greatsword for... I think, was it Rajang? For Rajang, it included Frostcraft, and it skips Master's Touch. No Master's Touch. So no Master's Touch, Frostcraft instead. This actually makes, I think, some sense because you wouldn't lose the Frostcraft very quickly, would you? Because of your slow attacks. So you would be getting a lot of the bonus damage from Frostcraft before it decays. Why would you get Weakness Exploits 3 when you already have Crit Draw 3 Dodo? Crit Draw is so bad. I don't like Crit Draw at all. I don't recommend Crit Draw. The only time I've used Crit Draw and felt that he was doing okay is with the meme Clutch Claw build on the heavy bowgun. That's about it. People have been trying to make like crit draw builds on the Greatsword viable for so long. They're like, oh, you should do it. It's kind of like people who tell you to use Dragon Piercer on the bow. It's like, no, it's just strictly always worse, you know? Are you sinning with a Defender Greatsword? That's right. Wow, only 80 likes? Where are my likes, guys? Come on. Dodogama the Doge says, it's just more affinity or something. What? Upgrade my armor. Now we're playing as if we're complete noobs with no money, no spheres. We're just playing like complete noobs right now because we want to see how well we can do. So we have a defender weapon, and we got Hornitar, and we've got Damascus is legit. Everyone should always be going after Damascus. And then what do we have? We have like Kulu legs. So, and we did not even fill out the decorations. I said budget builds. We should be doing strictly budget builds. Strictly budget builds. Very good. I'll go ahead and soften them up for everyone. Even if you have a low damage weapon, you can still soften the monster up for everyone. Alright, there he goes. He's back down. I'm just going to go for it. Is he even going to land? No. Immediately feeling more useful than the sword and shield. Oh, that is. Oh, and that's an explosion as well. My bad. Explosions everywhere. TGC going to get beat by Raging Brachy. That's right. Oh, I actually hit it. Oh, I was going to try and tackle that. Oh, and I'm KO'd. I'm in danger. That's right. We hit 120,000 subscribers. It's very exciting. Thank you for that, guys. 120,000 subscribers. It's really cool. We are well on our way to picking up 200,000 subscribers. We're 1/5 of the way there already. Feels like we broke 100,000 just the other day. It's crazy how fast we're moving. Oh, I timed that wrong. I thought it was going to blow up sooner. Nice. Oops, smacked us with his tail. That slime falling off of him is so dangerous. Oh no. Am I KO'd? Oh no. Oh no. We're okay. This is true budget, guys. Look, I did not even fill out the decoration slots. This is how it really feels for some players. None of this silly, oh, I'm going to use decorations. None of that. That's for the weak. True budget. True budget build. No Elder Dragon pieces of decoration. Wait, do we have Shari's Fall of Braces, though? I think we still do. This is going to hurt. Ouch. Alright, I lied. So we do have Shar Ishval the braces. Immediately feel far more effective than the sword and shield. And this is mostly because the greatsword is having much better range. The range on your attacks they're just the verticality is much better, but even just in front of you, you reach further away from yourself. Like, he's got his tail way up off the ground. Well, you can actually reach the tail with the greatsword. You can't really reach it with the sword and shield. It's kind of like sticky ammo, you know? In theory, spread ammo, shot damage should still be doing way more damage, right? But because sticky ammo can hit you, it can hit something like, let's say, Furious Rajang anywhere on his body, it's a better option. Wow, we walked right into that slime pool. Defense 732, that's right, we got no defense. It's pretty easy to craft since it doesn't require you to complete Iceborne. Can you get one shot in that build? We probably can, which is why we're going to be careful in stage 3. Greatsword has better range and hits much harder. Well, see, that part might not be true. So the sword and shield right now has the fastest speed run for, who was it again? Was it Raging Brachydios? Not the fastest. The heavy bowgun is the fastest, but what's surprising is that the sword and shield is the second fastest, right? So it's the second weapon. Oh, there we go. I actually did faint. How did we die so fast there? That was kind of strange. Were we missing health? I didn't feel like we were missing health. Were we missing health? Refresh our items real fast. Oh, now I need the cool drink again. Hey, mister, can we get another 18-hour Bloodborne stream? Is that how long it was? Was it 18 hours? I think it was. I think I split it into 2 streams. Dude, I would do a 24-hour stream if it paid well, guys. If you got the donation bucks, I would do your 24-hour stream. You pick the game, I will stay up 24 hours and stream nonstop for you. Probably I will die of a heart attack. You whip out those donation dollars, I'll do it. It'll be fun. I gotta make some money now that... I don't know if you guys heard... I was talking earlier about an article I received from Google. And Google, as you guys know, owns YouTube. And they were talking about how ad revenue on the videos are expected to fall beneath the 2008 housing crisis. It's expected to be worse than that. So I read that and it's got me nervous. Let's not lie. Oh, nice timing on the shock trap. Good job. Good job on the shock trap. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. So far, I would say I'm down like somewhere between 20 and 30% ad revenue, and I didn't really think it would get any worse than that because I figure everyone's staying at home watching, you know, YouTube. So I figure it won't get any worse than that. But yeah, Google just put out that article. Basically, the article was stating that nobody was buying ads and that it was really bad. He's ready to be thrown into a wall. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know if the ad revenue gets really bad. Welks is like, want money? Work hard. That's right. Time to get a real job. No, I'm just teasing. You still there, Fatalis? Fatalis is busy reading. He can't be asked. Put this on. I had to do it. I was gonna run out of stamina. Uh-oh. Don't do it. Ah, come on. Oh, we did hit him. Yeah, we hit him for 220. Just not getting the best hit zones on the leg. Let's get up there. Parts broken. Nice. That's what we want to see. My PS4 is messed up when it comes to the internet. Almost feel bad for the guys who bought ads just before the virus hit. The world changed seemingly overnight. I know. Actually, it's very similar to what happened in 2008. It's not like the stock market gradually went down a few hundred here, a few hundred there. Generally, what happens is everyone's waiting to detect a crash, and then once the crash starts, everyone just like pours out. So just like in 2008, there's just like a day where the stock market just explodes, basically. Like everyone pulls their money out at the same time. And so like in one day, you see the stock market plunge, and you're like, oh no. Is this just like before? Oh, I'm in trouble. Should live through it? Yeah, we're okay. We lived through it. Uh-oh, but he's after us. That's the trip on the tail. Not the tail, the legs. The legs trip really easily, from my experience. Consumer-based economy, when folks aren't spending due to panic, the first cut is advertising. Yeah. Ah, too bad. Leroy Jenkins. He's so dead. Alright, we've fallen into blue sharpness. Woo! Nice job. Nice job. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I felt immediately more useful with the greatsword than I did with the charge blade. I'm sorry, than I did with the sword and shield. I'm just saying charge blade. I'm just saying charge blade all the time. I felt more useful with the greatsword than I did with the sword and shield. What the hell? Am I turning senile? Am I turning into Joe Biden? I'm just saying things now. This is how it starts, guys. Whew. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I'll keep you guys up to date with how bad the ad revenue is. Wish I could go back to try and fight Elytron. That was one hell of an experience. One hell of an experience. What do we get? Nothing? Nothing too crazy. Alright, so that felt like a genuine budget build. It felt like a build where we're missing a whole bunch of crap and we didn't have upgraded armor. That felt like a genuine budget build like I used to make in the past. It's just not that strong. I get home about 8. Would you still be on? Nope. No, I will not. Just getting home from work was a long day. Whew. Keeping busy? Richard says Law's Sword and Shield is like the little bro to the Charge Blade. Sword and Shield is like what you give the girl in the bikini armor set. Sword and Shield. Oh dear, man. Get these stretches on. That felt like a genuine budget build. It really did. We really didn't have much armor at all. Joe Biden, by the way, I don't know if you guys heard about this. Joe Biden's recently been accused of sexual assault. Some lady in his staff team or something like that, or it was like some Senate staffer, I can't remember. But yeah, it's in the news just today, I think. She's accused him of sexual assault. Oh no. Wonder if it's accurate or if it's a. See, that's the craziest thing. Everyone's like, me too, me too, me too, and I believe her and all that stuff. And you hear it. I'm not even, I don't even think that I would like Joe Biden to run the USA because he's so old, but I feel like it could just be a lie. I feel like it could just be an attack on him in order to get rid of him. Like the Democrats looking for a way to get rid of him as a candidate. And so I look at it and I go, I don't know if I believe her at all. Maybe it's just made up attack. And then it's funny because Joe Biden himself's like, we need to believe women. So he's quoted saying something exactly like that. So it's kind of ironic because now he's dealing with perhaps a false accusation. But we wouldn't know, would we? That's the whole point of it. You never know. All right. So great sword, feeling all right. Sword and shield, dual blade, longsword, hammer, hunting horn, lance, gun lance, lance and gun lance. Let's play. What do we get for the hunting horn? You know what we haven't done in a while, guys? We haven't done hunting horn in a while. We got earplugs large, health recovery. That's kind of cool. But no attack up, huh? Nah. Nope. Oops. Nope. We don't want that one. Switch axe, charge blade, light bowgun, insect glaive. How about insect glaive? Insect glaive, mount spam maybe? No, we wouldn't be able to afford that, would we? I mean, I don't know. Let me think about it for a second. Defender tree. There's it appears to be a pierce ammo build on the defender tree. All right, let's do a pierce ammo build with the heavy bowgun. All right, somebody said they want pierce ammo. We're gonna do pierce ammo. Everyone's like, hammer, please. We're gonna be doing pierce ammo on the heavy bowgun, and you're gonna like it, or I'm gonna beat you up. We'll probably go affinity and and attack increase. Okay, and then for the armor, we need to get rid of the Damascus mail. Damascus mail is not contributing. That reminds me. There's the bone mail. Really, that's all we have. Let's go to forge equipment. TGC is ignoring us. Oh, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just disagreeing with you. I'm just doing what I want. There's a Noga, Garuga, Shara, Namiel, Kushala, Daura, Savage Joe, Damascus, Dober, Tigrex. Death Garen. Death Garen's got a crit eye option? That's interesting to note. A new subscriber! Who subscribed? Vinicius Paris. Oh, what a name. Wow, oh my. Oh dear. There's a special ammo boost agitator. Look at that. We could pick up the Arshan Van Braces. Where do these come from? The Ancient Fragment? How soon do players get Ancient Fragments? Because that's definitely tempting. Let's pretend for like 2 seconds that people are able to build Arshan Mail Alpha at the end of the story. Alright, so we traded that out. And now for setting decorations. All we're going to do for the decorations, you know what? You should have expert 4 no matter what. You're lying to me if you don't, because you finished the story. So now you have it. And we're going to have health boost. So our health boost is done. And that's it. That's it. We're not going to run other things. No decorations. Like a true warrior. Like a true newbie. We'll have we'll have shield. And what do we got? Okay, we're going to do Pierce and probably Power Barrel. Do you guys know why Power Barrel increases the damage of Pierce ammo? Because it slows down the bullets, and so the bullets have a better chance to proc multiple times in the monster's body. Alright, here we are. Ready to go again against that raging Brachy Daddy. Wait, we'll test join first. Sorry, but we're going to go ahead and post then. Oh, you guys are going to like this one, I promise. Gameconomist should do another free therapist stream. On that stream, I learned more stuff on that stream than I learned in my school in my whole life. Therapy time. Therapy stream. I don't even remember what we talked about, to be honest with you. We were talking about some dating stuff at the end of the last stream. Do you guys remember that? You guys might have missed the late night stream yesterday. Somebody was talking about he got cheated on, and we were trying to tell him not to waste his time going after a girl that doesn't like him. We can poison him. I guess that's useful. Oh, we got paralysis ammo. That's useful. Oh, we can put him to sleep one time. That's useful. Heal our teammates, maybe. I mean, technically that's useful. It's our wyvern ammo. All right, let's go ahead and customize the radio menu for this particular setup. Get rid of this real fast. Here we are, Pierce 3. We're just going to choose all. Who cares? And then this is going to be Pierce 1. And we don't have Latchberry, which is why we're going to add it. And we also need level 3 gunpowder. Time to beat this guy up. Pierce ammo all day, every day. Nope, we're gonna eat for safeguard, because if we're the weak link, we should be the one eating for feline safeguard. If we are the weak link, we should have to eat. How's it going, kitty? My kitty's looking at me. She's like, pet me. Game too easy, not the monster, but the game itself, if you know what I mean, says Rings of Saturn. You got the caps lock stuck on there? What do you guys think? If I opened up a donation fund for a 24-hour stream, and I set a goal of, I don't know, how much should a person earn for working a full 24-hour shift? So that would be 3 times 8. That would be 3 days pay. And let's say I went off of like minimum wage or something like that. Let's say $8 an hour. So what would 8 times 24 be? Let's say I was working for $8 an hour and I did a 24-hour stream. 24 times 8. That would be $192. If you guys make a $192 donation combined, I will do my first 24-hour stream just for you guys. Just for you guys. I've never done one before, and I've never set up a donation fund for something like that before either. Let's go ahead and get our... Well, we'll wait for the Temporal Mantle, actually. Dude, why'd you spin them 3 times? You just wasted the double... 2D, you wasted the... maybe it's because he knew he wasn't going to hit. He hits the walls pretty easy. I mean, he's huge, man. He hits most of the walls. I'm freaking out over nothing. Oh, he did hit me. What do you think, Care? 24-hour stream? Will you do some of the streaming for me, like when I have to go to the bathroom? It is Friday, technically. I don't know, probably for my own sanity, that's why not. Woo! Oops. Still can't believe I was late to the stream. I even asked GE earlier if he was streaming. Did you really? Guess it wouldn't be a problem if I was doing a 24-hour stream, huh? I just stream all day, every day. Oh my god. I'm far too poor, but I'll root you on from here, at least until I have the gear to make my own game streaming channel. He's a competitor. Get him out of here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. Your own game streaming channel? There can only be one. Nah, that's silly. It's a silly way of thinking. Oh, look at the damage on the tail, though. That's a lot of damage when you start hitting the tail. Even the base of the tail is giving me plenty of damage. Now this is a quality budget build right here. I feel like I'm actually contributing a ton of damage. Heavy Bowgun wins again. Tell me something Heavy Bowgun doesn't do well, guys. Heavy Bowgun does everything well. This is a defender weapon. Oh my god, look at this. When you hit the tail, you're hitting for like maybe 140 per shot. Considering you have 6 shots and a high rate of fire, that's crazy. Oh, I'm dead. He got me. I should not have rolled. That was what I did wrong there. For those of you who are watching, I should not have rolled. Should have stood there and I should have guarded that. But I went into a roll and then he punished my roll. So, whoops. My bad. That sucks. There's no way we're going to survive that. Oh, hey, is that free Pierce? Oh, that's Pierce ammo level 1. Are you playing in Xbox? That's right, we're on the Xbox 4. Playing on my brand new Xbox. The Heavy Bowgun can't do your taxes. That's right, but you know what? We don't have to do taxes. Taxes are delayed. Crazy. Wonder how much debt the country's going to go into for all this stuff. Delayed taxes, huh? God. Missed all those. The bullet's traveling so slow. Oh, no. Can see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Alright, he needs to be thrown into the wall. Nice job. Very good job. Oh, come on, dude! Need to reset this right here. There it goes. Alright. We needed that pretty bad. Seems like Fatalis is using Pierce too, from the looks of it. What? Oh, it must have been because I was reloading. Oh no. I had to iframe through that dodge because we wouldn't have survived the chip damage. Ooh, we almost died there. That was close. Badly timed reload, I guess you'd say. Oh, nice. This is where you get your damage at. Oh my god. I gotta stop trying to dodge all these. Oh, his Blast Scourge actually got me. Oh no. Triple cart when? Oh no. I'm not playing very well here. Well, I suppose also we don't really have that much on our build. So we're pretty poor. I gotta be more careful though, seriously. I gotta be pickier when I actually attack him. Being able to shoot so fast, it kind of like encourages you to just go all out on attacking and not really playing so defensively at all. You're just like, yeah, we're gonna get the damage up. We did better on the Greysword. Leong says, love your work, keep it up. Greetings from Malaysia. Oh, how's it going? Jonathan Cham. How's it going, Jonathan? We're going to have a card stream tonight after this. And, yep, the microwave's definitely going beep beep. Wow, what did we miss? Where is he? He's down further, huh? What?
Oh, she's sniffing out my sandwiches.
The cat's going to eat Quick Whip sandwiches. I'm sorry, I was not looking at the screen. I need to look at the screen. There we go, we're running the right way. What's the session ID? I can't tell you that. Secret information. Heavy Bowgun is God. Apparently not. Apparently, you die really fast. Get ready to beat it to death. Alright, so we just need to be pickier when we're actually doing things. I don't know, you get kind of into like a lull when you're playing with the Pierce ammo where you just keep tapping the shoot button. You're not really thinking. You're like, this is easy. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, he's coming after me. Do it, Geralt. Whee! Oh no, is he gonna touch the trap? That sucks. What do you think about the Ice Light Bowgun from Brachydios as a budget build? Ice Light Bowgun from Brachydios as a budget build. Kinda does pierce. I think that would work. Yeah, I think that would work. But I think, alternatively, you might just build a defender weapon. Even though the defender weapons are really bad, you really just need to defeat this guy enough times to go craft his weapons, right? In general. So whenever I like start a new game, one of the things I learn is that I could build this what's the right word? Intermittent. Ah, there's a word I'm looking for in my mind that's not coming up. See, I am turning into Joe Biden. It's not intermittent. It's stop it. You're making it harder for me to remember it. It's like an in-between weapon when it comes to damage or power. And you could spend time building that, or you could just continue to use like your bad weapon and then go straight to the really good weapon by getting to that as soon as possible. Well, I feel like we're doing crazy damage right now. Take a while to put him to sleep, I think. We've still got a decent amount of Temporal Mantle left in case he actually hits us. Oh wow, look at how much damage he dealt to himself. That was great. Oops, not what I was trying to press. Fire's broken, nice. Guess we could have thrown him into a wall, huh? And there he goes. Nice job, everyone. Even though I died twice. I just needed to play more careful. That's the thing. When you have like 6 shots and low recoil, you just kind of want to tap the trigger over and over and over again because it feels good. But you actually still need to be deciding if you have time to shoot your next shot, because eventually he does attack you, and I wasn't doing that. Intermediate. Thank you. Shaman King had the word I was looking for. Not intermittent, intermediate. That's the word I was looking for. You know, it's funny. It's like my brain heard the word, but it couldn't recall it somehow. You know what I mean? I think it's that term on the tip of your tongue. It was like that. Intermediate. Yes. So there's intermediate weapons you could build on your way to becoming powerful, but the interesting thing is if you can kind of get away with just using the really underpowered weapons and then eventually defeat somebody like Raging Brachydios, you can just go straight to crafting your powerful weapons, which I've found is more efficient for becoming powerful in the game. I would know because I have 3 accounts, all fairly underpowered, I guess. Well, the Xbox never really was, but the PlayStation and the PC, I'm constantly playing catch up, and so I'm able to kind of compare how quickly I can become powerful on the other accounts. Let's see what we got. Stream Jewel. Whoa, so rich now? Crazy. Cheese is here. How's it going, Cheese? He says, I like potatoes. You're going to have to change your name to Potatoes now. Ace of Spades says, I started Monster Hunter World, haven't finished base game. Should I go to Iceborne as soon as I finish the base game? Yeah, I would go straight to Iceborne. You don't want to continue playing base game. Everything meaningful in the game's happening in Iceborne. I mean, there's probably like some optional quests from base game you'll probably finish. You'll want to unlock, like, for example, Rocksteady Mantle and Temporal Mantle. But other than that, I would just get into Iceborne as soon as possible. And the reason for that is because you're going to pick up your master rank weapon and armor, and that's going to be so much stronger. And so even if you have to go back into the base game to get things done, if you have master rank weapons and armor, it's just going to be easier. Alright, so that build felt very good against Raging Brachydios. It was a simple defender weapon, really not expensive at all. What did we end up with? We ended up with the Deathlance Val Spiza, which was doing really well against Furious Rajang and probably would do really well against Raging Brachydios as well. Here is a Defender Greatsword setup, and you can see we didn't finish any of the skills other than Health Boost because we're trying to be realistic about how some players who are really struggling might feel. And then also we ran this Defender Heavy Bowgun build using Pierce ammo, and I thought it was probably surprisingly effective. Maybe one of the most effective options for him if you're going to be using a bowgun. That is if you're doing a budget build. So I hope that helped you guys, especially players who are newer to the game and hoping to obtain some Brachydios equipment early so that you can become powerful faster. Alright, we're at the 2-hour mark. I'm going to wrap things up here. I'm actually going to move over to my second YouTube channel where I sell Pokemon cards and we open cards together. So what I'll do is I'll leave this live stream running for about 10 more minutes, and I'll leave a link at the end of the 10 minutes to the other live stream, okay? Let's do a QC pose. No, wait, I want a different QC pose. Something cuter, definitely. Oh, that's greeting. I'm sorry. Man, I need to get better sleep. Oh, I like this one. That's very cute. All right, I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. All right, I'm back and I'm ready to share that link. Let me go find it. I'll just go to YouTube's. Let's see if it even pops up. Probably not. We've been having trouble on that the other YouTube channel where YouTube doesn't really advertise that I've gone live. Here we are. Actually, this time it did. Very good. For the card channel, I think I'll be taking breaks on Wednesday and Thursday and then getting back to streaming on Friday. And today is Friday. So let's see. I've got the link. Let me share it in the chat. There we go. So that's my other YouTube channel. You're welcome to join. And then I will also share the link in my Discord channel for the rocket. What did you catch there? Did you catch that fish? That picture you shared?
Oh yeah, I did.
You caught that? That's such a huge fish.
Yeah, it freaked me out a little bit.
Quick, caught a huge fish in Animal Crossing.
Creepy fish.
All right. Move that over there. Somebody just asked me, am I allowed to ask you a question about a video you made? Well, you took the time to ask that question, so why don't you just ask me the question you were going to ask me? Doesn't.
I'm sorry, you only get one question.
Sorry, you already spent your one question. All right, so we've advertised the link in the Discords, and that's going to be the end of our stream tonight. I'm going to move over to card stream. See you guys over there.